Well, I reckon phase one of the plan was just hammer for 200 Ks to wear everybody out before Ventoux.
It was an extraordinary day. The break of 10 got away with Peter Sagan in it, and he got those intermediate sprint points. They got to the bottom of the climb, so 220 kilometres in an average of around 46.5 kilometres an hour. Crazy fast speeds.
Very fast.
Of course, when they hit the bottom of the climb, it was Bastille Day and a Frenchman needed to attack. So Sylvain Chavanel took the honours there on that awful orange bike that doesn't match anything that he's wearing.
Oh, there's a good shot there. Look at the Frenchman on Bastille Day behind the two motorbikes in a car.
Oh, Nicholas, what are you saying?
Oh, holy French.
Holy French. Obviously, the pace started hard, but what happened really that was important was Quintana attacking with just over 12 kilometres to go. And I don't know if you just saw there, but Rogers is there saying, it's okay, está tranquilo, which basically means don't panic anyone, this isn't important to us.
Classic Michael Rogers move, right? The captain of the road for his team.
He's a good thinker while he's climbing, absolutely. So what was extraordinary then, as the pace got harder and harder, you got Steve Keno and Richie Porte on the front there for Chris Froome, their leader. Contador constantly stuck to the wheel of Chris Froome. They were just keeping this pace hard enough that that's when we started to see around this point at the 12-kilometre mark, with all the key riders getting dropped. They're now Porte are just driving this pace. We see now with about 10 guys on the wheel.
You can always see with Richie Porte, whenever he hits the front, he whittles the field down to one or two guys left. You can see Valverde, Kreuziger, Contador all in trouble behind him.
Yeah, they were looking so uncomfortable, weren't they?
Out of his skin.
Yeah, and so then the next shot we see, Porte has just flicked off basically of keeping the pace, and this is this extraordinary attack. Look at the revs per minute.
110.
Amazing. Even the position, it looks awful.
Terrible.
You know, and he gets this enormous gap on Contador. And Contador, as we know, can change pace well, but he usually gets out of the saddle and sort of dances on a steeper climb.
But this is the sort of thing Alberto's used to doing to the other cyclists, so he would have hated that moment.
Yeah, look, I think we have to give credit to Chris, and it's probably, this is an element of the training he's been doing, this above threshold climbing and really blowing people away. He did it very successfully yesterday twice. He bridges across to Quintana. We'd seen them having a bit of a communication earlier on. In the press conference, he said, I said to him, let's keep going, let's work together.
Really?
That's what he alleges.
Seriously?
What are you suggesting?
Okay, I'm not suggesting anything, but really?
He puts in another one of his high RPM attacks, basically with just over a kilometre to go, and manages to solo to the finish there, and even manage a celebration, which is pretty impressive up that steep climb. Ooh. He also said there was reports that he needed some oxygen after the stage for 5 to 10 minutes. He was feeling pretty unwell and short of breath, understandably, after that effort.
No, he's a chain smoker, that's why. That'll keep that
They get them cheap at Sky.
And a really strange manoeuvre. We saw at the 10K mark, look, they grabbed some feed
Yeah, this
bags.
was fascinating. So not only is that an illegal feed, you know, it's not a legal feed zone, but also you think you have to orchestrate this, you have to you're relying on a bag that you're going to get. They may not have been in a position to get it, although you imagine everyone here is not going to get in their way.
There'll be some Swiss francs being paid out for that manoeuvre, though.
Absolutely. And you've got to wonder what's going to be in a feed bag that they didn't already have in their pocket, whether or not it's a bin of coal.
It's going to be
Coke.
something quick, because there's 9K to go.
Yeah, well, half an hour still, though.
It's got to be black, Doctor. Coke.
Lovely work. Lovely work, Doc. Thanks for that. She's a real doc, by the way, with patience and everything.